Everybody, and welcome to the Delta Shootaround preview. Joey Ramirez here with associate head coach Brian Shaw to break down tonight's game against the Denver Nuggets. Coach, we got to start with Julius Randle, coming off of the most dominant game of his career, 36 points, 14 rebounds, 7 assists. What are you seeing from Julius? What is this team like about him?
Well, he's playing hungry, and he's a problem that a lot of teams aren't equipped to deal with. The tenacity that he plays with down low. When he gets defensive rebounds and he pushes the ball in transition, it's like a locomotive coming at you and nobody wants to get in front of it. So the way he plays and the energy he plays with, it affects the rest of the team. And when he's playing at that level, like he played against the other night against the Cavs, it's going to be hard for anybody to beat us.
You've had a successful coaching career, successful playing career. You've seen a lot of guys in this league. Have you seen a guy with the blend of power, size, and speed like Julius has? Is there any kind of comp that you have for him?
No, right now I would have to say no. I mean, there's been guys, Charles Barkley, who a guy who was undersized at his position, that was able to do a lot of different things on the floor. But I think right now what we're seeing is Julius is coming into his own as a player, and he's, the physicality, the mental aspect of the game, and then understanding the tools that he has and how to use them. It's all starting to come together for him.
Yeah, Luke was saying last, and I think this is something where fans have seen Julius for a while, 4 years with the Lakers, but he's still such a young guy, 25 years old. And Luke is saying this is kind of the beginning for him. He's got a long way to go. Just how far can Julius push his game, do you think, career-wise? I know that's kind of a big picture question.
Yeah, I mean, it's cliche-ish, but I mean, really the sky is the limit with him because the physical aspect of it he has. He has an NBA body and all of that. And so I think that each year, every player should bring something new to the table that they work on in the offseason that they didn't have before. And so I think as he continues to develop and he starts to use his right hand a little bit more and also start to develop a more consistent perimeter shot. I mean, it's hard to ask a guy to step out away from the basket when he's so effective inside the paint. And so he plays to his strengths, and that's good. And like I said, as he gets more and more confident and more comfortable, the sky is the limit.
I want to stick with another guy who's really getting what he wants in the post these last couple games. Brook Lopez having one of the best stretches of his time as a Laker. What do you guys want out of Brook? It's obviously you guys are having him down low more than outside. What's the game plan with him?
Well, I think that when you look at Brook in the past, and when he's been an All-Star, for the Nets in the Eastern Conference. He did the majority of his damage inside, and really only last year, the last year that he played with the Nets, did he really step out and start shooting the volume of threes that we've seen him shoot last year, this year so far. And so what we've done is just basically tried to get him back to getting inside and using it. He has great touch and he has great size, and getting inside and starting with the mindset of we're doing everything inside out. So to loosen teams up, especially early on in the game, punish them inside with his size, and then after we soften him up a little bit inside, then he can choose to pick and pop. But it's hard to make a living only shooting threes on the outside. And from the era that I grew up in playing basketball, the big guys always stayed closest to the basket. And so I know the game has evolved, but there's still a lot to be said about that, and he's having success recently by getting back in the post.
Coach, you guys just saw this Denver team 4 days ago. Does that affect at all how you prepare for this game?
It does, in that because we lost, and it was a game that we felt like we had gotten under control, and we just didn't execute down the stretch. It's a team that's kind of had our number. We know that we can score on them. But the thing for us is just going to be are we going to be able to stop them? They're a great offensive team. They have a lot of weapons. And so, it's still fresh in our memory banks. And they have a couple of irritants, I'll just put it like that, on their team that we need to address and get under control.
All right, Coach, appreciate you sitting down with us. He's Brian Shaw, always diplomatic, Brian Shaw. I'm Joey Ramirez. We got Lakers and Nuggets tonight at 7:30 at Staples Center. We'll see you there.